Hi, William. How are you doing? Glad you can make it today. We'll get started here in a little bit. Just taking it easy right now. Listen to some music. See how it goes. Super Joe, Peter Parker. That's me. Yes, the kangaroo. Super Joe. Awesome. Everybody doing okay today? We'll get started in just a little bit. Today is Friday, and it's the final day of the week. That I'll be doing this. So I wanted to do kind of a celebration type activity. We're actually going to do three projects. Three projects. We're going to do two drawings and then one sculpture. And if you have a cereal box, you can go grab that. I have mine already here. And if you have a pair of scissors, that would be great. If otherwise, maybe your mom or your dad or brother or sister could help you out. I have my Spider-Man scissors right here that I'll be using that. And then also on my web page and also on the Facebook page, there was a page that looked like this right here. And I've made a couple of mistakes on it. That's all right. I'm beautiful oopsing it. Hey, Layla, how are you doing? And if you guys wanted to print this out, I have a picture of it on the Facebook class page, and then I also have it on my page right there, mrparkerart.weebly.com. So if you guys wanted to print that out early, and if you wanted to get some cereal boxes, hey Pia, if you want to get a cereal box, you can, and some scissors would be good too, scissors, if you have any scissors. Tape would be good as well, but not really necessary. We're going to do two drawings first, and we're going to do two drawings first, and then we're going to do a cardboard sculpture that I think will be pretty neat. I think that you might like it. So we're actually going to be making this right here. Well, not this one, but this is a project that I did with my daughter when she was in my class in lower school, and it's a wedge. It's a piece of cake, and you can decorate it however you wanted to. I did this with her when she was 10 years old, so I guess that was 8 years ago. Wow! And for her birthday, she had a cake that she had pink frosting, and then we did a zebra frosting, chocolate and vanilla. So I am going to start here in just a minute as far as drawing is concerned. So also for those people that are interested, I'm going to do a presentation for adults, other art teachers, tomorrow morning at 9:30. It's going to be on my Facebook Live page, but you guys are more than welcome to come and kind of see what I'm doing, how I'm teaching, and how I'm going to be teaching animation to my seventh graders and high school kids, as crazy as that is. So, all right, so I'm going to start. We are going to be focusing on an artist. His name is Wayne Thiebaud, and Wayne Thiebaud on my webpage, or Wayne Thiebaud spelled right here, Thiebaud, Thiebaud. I had some problems remembering how to spell that the other day, and it's not spelled. Oh, Lily, hi, how are you doing? Glad you made it. I had some problems remembering how to do that. Hannah and Jacob, excellent. I'm glad you guys can make it. Oh, I wanted to say a special shout out to Gabriel, Nina, Jacob, Hannah, Talia, Madison and Mason, Lily, and then Mila. All of you guys, thank you so much for doing your artwork and then uploading it to Artsonia. That's fantastic. And Gabriel actually, he did a drawing for me that he posted in Seesaw that was really, really great. Hi, Phoebes. Oh, my cousin and my, I guess, my second cousins are joining me from North Carolina. Excellent. Aiden, hello. Hi, how are you doing? Safik, I see, is great. Fantastic. So today what we're going to be doing is, we got Bodie in the house as well. Fantastic. Great. I'm glad that you are, glad you're making it. So excellent. Anyway, so anybody that does upload their stuff to Artsonia every day or in the morning or whenever you finish, I'll give you a special shout out that to start things. I do appreciate it. Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to do 2 drawings. So you're going to need 2 pieces of paper. I'm not going to paint. I'm going to actually use some oil pastels. If you wanted to use crayons, if you wanted to use markers, you can. But I'm going to try to change it up and not do so much painting. I'm going to have quite a few art supplies here at the house, and I wanted to use them. So today, let's see here. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a slice of cake, because today is the final day of the week. We've been doing this 1 week down, guys. 1 week down. We've been doing this for 5 days now. This is the 5th day, and so I wanted to have a party, and it's to be one of those things that maybe if you downloaded one of the apps that I said, UCam Fun, you can throw your own party, your birthday party, like I do with you guys in class. So I'm going to move over here now, and we're going to do a cake. We'll do a slice of cake, and then we'll do multiple slices of cake. And I'm going to show you how you do that. And that cake is going to be on a plate. I have scissors on my nose. Layla, you are a nut. You are certainly a nut. Oh, we got Nam in the house as well. Good job. I'm glad you made it, Nam. Fantastic. All right, so I'm going to move this over here to my easel, and I'm going to get started. So a lot of people have asked me about what art supplies to get. You get whatever you need to get. This might be a little too bright. Yeah, there you go. A lot of people have asked me about different art supplies. I'm going to be using these, like the ones that we have at school. They're Craypas, these oil pastels. I'm going to turn my music down. These are the ones we use at school, and if you are interested as well, these are a little bit nicer versions here. They're Prang, P-R-A-N-G, Prang. These are oil pastels, and these are also oil pastels, wax crayons, but I'm going to be using these ones like we have at school. You can use pencil, marker. You can even paint it if you want to. Now, if you're one of my students, this is what the oil pastels look like when they're brand new. And then if they were, if you're in my class, you notice that those kids just throw them in a big bucket, and that's all right. But so we're going to start off. I'm going to do I'm going to use a black oil pastel. You can do, just because it shows up a little bit easier. Actually, this is brown. Shows up a little better, I should say. So I'm going to go and do a big triangle right here. This is a cute triangle. It's long. It looks like a slice of pepperoni pizza, or like a slice of pizza, if you ask me. So if you think about when we did our Circle of Friends Matisse piece on the very first day, I had you draw a circle, and then we did a line, a red line going down. I want you to do a line going here and then here as well. those vertical lines are the same length. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw a diagonal line connecting them. What we've just done is we've made what looks to be a three-dimensional piece. It's a visual phenomenon here that makes it jump off the page. Even though it's flat, we have just a triangle, and then we have this rectangle right here, parallelogram. Slice. You can make a nice slice of cake. I'm going to actually make, I like some frosting in the middle of my cake. So I'm going to do right there in the middle, and we have another diagonal line that's like so. You make your cake however you want to. Maybe you don't even like cake. Maybe you like pie. I don't know. Then what I'm going to do is I would draw an oval, but I'm going to break that up. So this is the plate, like so. We've just done a plate. And then some plates, when you're throwing pottery, you have like a little indentation, so it kind of keeps everything in the middle, like that. And then I'm going to do a bottom here, just a little bit of a raised plate, just like so. Okay, we have a nice slice of cake. What are your guys' favorite slices of cake? I grew up on cake. My mom was a big baker. My daughter's a big baker, so we have a lot of different cakes. Hey, Safik, how you doing? We have a lot of different cakes that I've tried over the years. What I'm going to do is I'm going to color this in. I want to have this be sort of a golden cake. Now you can decide what you want to do with that a little bit later. Maybe you want to paint that, I don't know. We're going to just do a yellow cake. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into have some chocolate frosting. How many people like chocolate frosting? Do you like chocolate? Yes, Bob Ross, but cooler. Thank you. I appreciate it, Karen. Here we go. I'm going to put a nice little frosting to it, chocolate. We'll have some chocolate frosting in the middle, and then on the back here, I'm going to use a gray. Gray, as Jack said the other day, gray is 3 parts white, 1 part black. This is not gray. This is gray. And then now I'm going to do a nice little tablecloth, like so. It's going to be red tablecloth. Now I'm doing this really, really fast. If you were one of my students, you might have heard me say Dr. Sloppy a few times. This is kind of a Dr. Sloppy at its finest. When I say Dr. Sloppy, I'm talking about I'm leaving a lot of white showing through my oil pastels. It's a scribble. I don't really like that look, and just a little bit, I'm going to clean it up a little bit. So I'm going to put I'm going with some blue backgrounds for the past couple of days, so I might as well do another blue background. We'll pretend that we're outside. It's always nice doing art outside. There you go. We've got our nice little slice of cake. Now, if with oil pastels, if you are crayons, if you want to do a little smudging, that will smooth out that look. And it will also make your fingers messy. As you can maybe see a little bit, it's starting to smooth out, it's starting to fill in those spaces. Now I'm using different fingers for different colors. I'm using my middle finger for the yellow. If you don't change up your fingers or wipe off your fingers with oil pastels, the colors will blend, if you remember. And sometimes you want that look and sometimes you don't. And blue and red, putting this blue and red together, blue and red will make what color? What color will they make? What does blue and red make? There's my Dora the Explorer moment of the day. I'm waiting for responses. Blue and red together make purple. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, you don't want that purple together, that purple look. Well, maybe you do, I don't know. Some of you people like purple. There we go. Who got it? We have the Warner family. Excellent. Good job, Karen. 50 extra points for you today. I'm blending this in nicely. Oh, Vincent Van Gogh's taking a spill. Awesome. I'm going to show you the difference between smooth and smoothed out, rubbed in. This is the smoothed out look, and this is the unsmoothed out look here. So, who is that? Pia got the purple. So if you decide what you want to do. If you wanted to do smoothed out look, that's fine. If you wanted to do the unsmoothed out, I don't even know if you have any of the happy birthday, yes, Jacob and Hannah. If I don't even know if you're using oil pastels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple more. I'm going to do one more of these pieces, but we're going to do it a little bit different. Okay, we're going to do a little bit different. So I'm going to get another piece of paper. And you guys can finish that up later if you want to when I'm talking. So I have my paper landscape style. You can have your paper. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have it be portrait style today. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use that same. I'm going to use the same brown. I'm going to peel off the oil pastels because I used it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a slice of cake here with a triangle. I'm going to do a triangle facing down. And then I'm going to do another triangle over here. And another triangle. Another triangle right here. And another triangle right here. And another triangle right here. And yet another, actually we'll do a triangle just like that. So it kind of is almost like airplanes that are flying. Airplanes flying around in a circle, like our Circle of Friends piece that we just did a little while ago. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do vertical lines that go down from each corner of the triangle. These lines are the same length. These are, I should have done that a little bit bigger. Sorry. These lines are the same length, and then I'm going to do a diagonal line for all of these, kind of connecting these pieces together. Do our cakes like so. So what this does, and what Wayne Thiebaud does, is he positions his cakes, his triangles, so the viewer, the person that's looking at the art, can actually visualize and go through some movement here. There's some visual movement that goes through this. So now I'm going to do going to put those plates in there like so. That's a big piece of cake. That's a Mr. Parker piece of cake. There you go. This is a better view of it. Can you see that? Can you envision the circle? Can you go along with me? Yes, you can. I think so. Was it KK's made it in there? Great. I'm glad you're here. No worries. You didn't miss too much. All right, this one we're going to do chocolate cake again. Or chocolate frosting cake, I should say. Starting to come together a little bit. There you go. There you go. Now you can, if you don't like cake, maybe you can do pies, or maybe you can do some other thing. But this is how you would do a three-dimensional drawing and have it 2D piece. 2D, two-dimension is height and width, but in 3D it's height. I'm trying to do this. Height, width, and then what is called depth. It's how wide or how deep something is. So now I'm going to color in the rest of this cake. Maybe a little bit more yellow cake. There you go. And then I'm going to put that gray. If I can find my gray. I've now thrown my gray. Oh, there it is. I'm coloring in the plates the grayish tone. And then I'm going to smooth that out a little bit. Making sure to change my fingers so the colors don't blend together. My fingers are getting a little, that's red is from the table over there. So we have a nice little drawing like so. How are you guys doing? You're doing okay? Yeah? Well, guess what? We're going to be doing something with the cardboard. I'm so happy that you asked. It's like you're a mind reader. I don't know if that's Jacob or Hannah, but yours is a mess. Well, I have my cardboard right here. Are you hungry? You're hungry for some cake. I got my honey bunches of oats I've been eating. Normally I don't eat breakfast, but I have, since I've been at home, I have a little bit more time in the morning. Don't have to drive to work. So I have some breakfast. At the beginning of the lesson, what I did is on the Facebook page as well as my web page, I have this diagram right here. It's on the art classes online number 5, which is Wayne Thiebaud. What you can do is you can save this and print it out. And I'm going to go and do this I'm going to do this for you, and then if you just watch, if you didn't print it out, don't worry about it. You can just watch me, and I will show you how to do it, and then you can do it if you have time, or you can do it if you have a printer, so you know what to do. Okay, so if everybody can just watch me, I'll do this here in just a minute. Let me move my computer down so off this piece here. It's a one-man production show upstairs in San Antonio. So, all right. So, I have my figure out right now. This is the diagram, and I'm going to use my Spider-Man scissors, and I'm going to cut this out. Now, I have measured this in real life. This little line right here, I've drawn this vertical line. This is a 9-inch line. That's 3 inches here, 3 inches here, and 3 inches here. I've drawn this. We have a triangle that's facing downwards, and then we have a square, and I have a triangle that's facing upwards. We have 2 rectangles on the side of the triangle. Mr. Beeson, you can be working on your cutting. I know how much you love to cut. It's fantastic. You're doing such a great job of cutting this stuff. I got this. I'm going to put this over here, maybe recycle it. Now what we have here is we have this all cut out. As you can see, I've made some mistakes. When I was originally drawing it, I worked with marker, but that's okay. You can definitely beautiful oops this and just power through it and just ignore those mistakes. Yeah, that would be, I don't have an afro, and I'm not, I think I'm going to keep this look, but I appreciate it though. So this is what we're going to do. We have some corners that are right here, and then we have these edges, the edges of each shape. So on each edge, I'm going to start off on this side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that in. I'm folding that in right like so. And then on this side, I'm going to fold this part in like so, leaving 2 rectangles. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that rectangle in onto the triangle, right on what is called the edge, right there, the edge. And then I'm folding this in. Just like so. I have my rectangles folded on the edge. I'm going to take this edge, I'm going to fold that in. And then this one right here on the other side of the square and connect it to the triangle. No, you don't have to draw that. I have it on my website, and I also have it on Facebook Live here. So you just need to actually touch. When I'm done talking, I guess you can save it to your iPad, or you can get on your mom or dad's computer, or if you have a computer, and print it out. If you don't have a printer, you can certainly draw one if you want to. You have a Frosted Flakes box, excellent. That's not my cup of tea, but anyway. So square and triangle, I'm going to fold on the edge like so. So I have a big folded mess, and then I'm going to put it together. So if I had some glue, which I just so happen that I do, or if I have some tape, which just so happen that I do, I'm going to get some glue. You can, if you have glue, you can use it. You're using a popcorn box. Okay, well, that might work, yeah. I like the cardboard box. It's a little bit lighter. You wouldn't want one. Oh, the box itself. You know what? So this is a paper, and you could do it on the paper, or I got an even better idea. There's this box right here. I'm going to cut this box. wouldn't want one. Lily, what would you not want? You would not want honey bunches of oats or frosted flakes or a popcorn box. Now, just be careful with your scissors. Now, if you're walking with scissors, make sure, like we always do in the art class, you hold them like an ice cream cone. And the reason why you would hold it like an ice cream cone is if you're walking with it, you don't want to mistakenly fall and hurt somebody. Okay, so I'm done with the scissors for right now. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to put this piece and I'm going to trace it. I'm actually going to trace it onto my cardboard box. So there you have it. Now, oh no, what happens? I did not cut, or the box is not big enough. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll just beautiful oops and just make it right. Okay? And don't worry about if something doesn't work out exactly right the first time. We're just going to improvise and make a mistake into something beautiful, just like Barney Salzberger says. All right, so here I'm going to cut that one out. Now you can use your paper one if you want to, or you can do a cardboard box. That's really your call. And there I go. There I have it. And then you can see right here and right here. Oh no. Oh, I'm not crying. I'm not getting upset because something didn't go how I envisioned. And trust me, this week I have definitely had that happen more than one time. So, all right. Hi, Sandy. How are you doing? Karen is here as well. So we've got the whole family. And my mom said that she watched me. Didn't say anything, though, but she watched me the other day. Just talked to her. Anyway, so I'm going to do like I did with the paper. I'm going to fold it on the edges as best as I can. And I'm going to fold it on the edges. And there's not really any sort of order here. If you wanted to fold whatever you want to, that's fine. Whatever order you want. So I have this all sort of folded in like so. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the triangle on top. There. And this will work better with tape. There's my tape. Got it. I got my trusty tape here. So I have this little piece I'm going to tape down. If you're going to do it with paper, glue would work, or you can tape it like so. And then I'm going to fold over that tab. I forgot to fold the tabs over. And we have a nice little wedge. This is our three-dimensional wedge. Does it look like tape? No, it does not look like. Or does it look like cake? It does. Or cake? It does not look like cake. Da-de-da-de-da. All right, Jacob. I'm glad that you like my hat. It's a new look. So I got this hat in. I got it in Key West a few years ago. So anyway, so does this look like? Does this look like cake at all? No, it looks like just a folded up piece of honey bunches of oats. So what I'm going to do now is you guys might have seen this before. in the art house, I've got liquid starch that I got at HEB. It's not Purell, it's liquid starch. It's liquid starch is what you would use, or your parents would use, if you want to help, or if they take your clothes to the dry cleaner, and you know how they're a little stiff. It stiffens your shirts or your pants, and we have it. We don't take our stuff to the dry cleaner too many times. It's expensive, but whenever we do, so we buy this liquid starch and we put it on our clothes, and then we iron it, and then the wrinkles get out of it. So I poured some of that liquid starch into this big Friends mug, and because all of you guys are my friends, I thought that was appropriate. And I have some brown butcher paper right here. You guys can use any sort of paper. You could use newspaper. You can use magazines. And I'm just going to rip on a rip, and then drop this down a little bit. Sorry about that. I'm going to rip like so. I'm going to dip it into the Stay Flow, and it is dripping. I do this thing called squeegee, where I put it in between my fingers and get all that extra starch off. Now, I don't know if you guys have this at home, but most likely you don't. But you can. You can do it. You can get it at HEB, and most likely it's going to be there next time you guys go to the grocery store, or allowed to go to the grocery store. Let me put this right here so I can see. And this is how I do what is called paper mache. So, well, right now, you can either watch me, or you can finish your drawing or painting. Maybe you could do another painting if you don't have this, or maybe you could just work on it. Some people don't have this stuff at home, but we get to spend some time together. You get to listen to my jokes, watch art. Maybe eventually, when you are able to go to the grocery store again, you can pick up some liquid starch. I don't know. Squeegee that. And then here's another one. Now, it's nice if you lay this flat. You can always do 3 coats of it. It will harden up nicely, the liquid starch. I like the liquid starch because it's natural. I don't like to use paper mache glue, because some people are allergic to the paper mache material, and I want everybody to participate. So, does anybody by chance have, as luck would have it, liquid starch, or am I just the lucky one? I don't know. No one's saying it other than Crazy Pia. You're getting water. You don't want to put water on this because what will happen so if you see here, like this one with hers, if it gets too saturated, it will actually bend. The paper will bend, and you don't want that to happen. Now, this is kind of a cool piece here, and the reason why I'm pointing this out is there's actual the look of frosting. My daughter, when she did this, she got some tissue paper and crumpled it up, and then put it in the starch, and then put it here, and then put the butcher paper on top of it, and it kind of gave off the impression of actual real frosting. So not everybody has the ability to make cakes, or if you're like my Aunt Sandy, she can't eat cakes or too many sweets. So maybe she has a special kind of cake, I don't know. And what this does is it dries It dries in about a day. And then what you can do is you can paint it. Now, if you were in 4th grade, this was going to be one of our last projects that we would do. And it takes a little while to do it, so. Not liking how that's laying. I'll probably have to give that another couple of layers. Maybe smaller pieces. Smaller pieces would look good. Let's do that. Smaller pieces. Here. You could do water and Elmer's. That would be good. Just a little bit of water. Again, you don't want to oversaturate it. Because what will happen? Well, you know what? It's cardboard, so it should be fine. But if you're doing it on paper, it would be a little. Paper's going to bend. Paper's going to buckle. Who would have thought that my cousin and my aunts would get together and hear via this wonderful art broadcast? How awesome is that? My cousin. Oh, I see. Lily wants the cake. Well, we'll see about that. Flip this around. Do the bottom. How are you guys coming along with your drawings and your paintings? You guys still working on that? Did anybody finish? More Dora the Explorer moments. So if you make this wedge, you take a look. I have a big hole right there. So this is one of the reasons why we would cover this with paper. So. Got to fill up those holes. Now, maybe you don't like cake. Maybe you like, maybe you're like Isa in 3rd grade and you want to make a wedge of cheese. You can definitely do that. Or maybe you don't like sweets at all. Maybe you want to have a wedge salad with some, bacon crumbles and some blue cheese. That would be okay. Or maybe you just want to do a wedge, a doorstop. I don't know. So crazy thing, yesterday, I have Miss Art Studio here in the 2nd floor of our house, and Abby's up here as well working on. Abby is my daughter. She's going to school from home, and the air conditioning went out. Yesterday was like one of the hottest days of the year in San Antonio. So it was quickly 85 degrees up here yesterday. And we had some people come out this morning and put some Freon in the air conditioner, but I think they're going to come back. Next week to fix it. But we are living in hard times with the heat last night. So, um, Jacob, you're trying to make moldy bread. That okay. For those parents out there, you know what you can kind of relate a little bit as to what I deal with on a regular basis. Good times, good times. Jacob, you are a nut. So, oh, there you go. Here's my nice little cake. I want to smooth out those edges. And you can see it is just dripping wet. I did not do the squeegee thing. When I say squeegee, I'm talking about putting the piece of paper in between my fingers and squeegeeing it like that, getting that excess water, you have or excess on there off. There you go. The more layers, the better. The harder it's going to be. And let's see. Oh, I got another hole in there. I got to cover up. So what I would do is maybe tomorrow or over the weekend, after this dries, I would paint it. I probably will end up painting it. I think we're going to go. We might be going to the lake this weekend. Try to lose this cabin fever that I have. But ta-da! There you go. So right now it looks like my daughter last night, like probably some of your parents, I went to HEB in a crazy mess, or crazy state, and I bought a lot of food. And, I think I bought like 20 bananas, and I don't even like bananas. And my daughter likes bananas, and she just looked at me and started laughing. She goes, "Dad, I will never be able to eat that many bananas." We took, when life gives you lemons, when life gives you bananas, you make banana bread. So I'm going to go here in just a little bit, have some lunch, and eat some of that banana bread that Abby made, and kind of relax and get ready for my presentation tomorrow. So if you are interested in being a part of watching tomorrow, it's at 9:30 Texas time, 10:30 Eastern time, and we are going to be talking about an app on the iPad called Doink Animation, and it's DOINK. And if you are ever interested in creating a cartoon, we do that in middle school, and I'm going to be showing different teachers on how to do. Oh, you're making. Oh, you are cool. We're going to show teachers on how to do animation, and I'm going to show off some of the Keystone Kids work that we have done. The basic premise of this is this Henri Matisse. It's called a blue nude. It's supposed to represent a female that is. It's part of a collection of his works where he actually painted paper and then cut paper out and then made shapes with this. This is an organic piece. It's not like a very hard edge, organic lines. And then he did a whole bunch of these and put them together in what is called the swimming pool. They had an exhibit at the San Antonio Museum of Art not too long ago, and they had these on. I really loved it. What the kids would do in middle school is they would use this Henri Matisse blue nude as their inspiration, and then create a cartoon on it and animating that from the cartoon. Animating this, making a cartoon. That's how they learn the animation, and they really have made some really cool videos, some cool animations from that. So if you're interested in learning animation, tune in tomorrow, and you get to see some of the stuff that kids have done for me in the past. And then I'm also going to be teaching about or talking about teaching from home and what 5 days of experience will get you. So I will die if I don't eat moldy bread. Jacob, you are a nut. Anyway, on that note, I don't want Jacob to die, and I'm going to probably be taking off a little bit. You know what I can do is I can work on finishing my stuff. Said I'd do these for an hour, so I'm going to work on my oil pastels. I'm going to do some smudging here on mine, and again, I want to thank Gabriel and Nina, Jacob, Hannah, Talia, Madison, Mason, Lily, Mila, Milanese, that they were great about putting their stuff up on Artsonia. There's a nice little video on my webpage, mrparker.weebly.com. There it is. It's right there. And you're going to look for, or if you can't get on Artsonia, go and figure out, watch that video. It helps. Had a lot of people tell me that it's very informative. And then you can upload your stuff to your account. And if you don't have an account and you'd like to keep a portfolio, you can. You can create an account, or you can have your parents create it for you if you want to. Sandy, how did I do? Karen, how did I do? All right. Good. Now, if I were going to be spending some more time on this, and I probably will, I might want to add some more color to that. This is a smudged out version. I'd add some more color to the background. I do maybe a couple different colors of blues and maybe some grays, and then blend those in. I love how oil pastels, and you can use crayons or markers or whatever you have. If you want to do watercolors as well, blending those colors together really looks awesome. So anything that you do, anything that you use is fine. Just keep creating. That's really the most important part. Are you guys liking these classes? You liking the projects? You're going to go outside. All right, fantastic, Jacob. Good seeing you, man. We'll see you next week, okay, bud? Excellent. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You guys can come. It's every Monday. It's every day at 1 o'clock, Monday through Friday. When I say 1 o'clock, it'd be 2 o'clock for you guys. And I posted all of my videos so if you go to mrparkerart.weebly.com, they're on there, the art classes online, but also they should be on my Facebook art class page. And if you want to watch and create, first one we did was a thing called Circle of Friends, based on Henri Matisse dancers. And then what else did we do? We did a Rene Magritte with surrealism. So we got kind of this business right here. We did Ed Hopper and his yesterday we did Ed Hopper and looking out the window, drawing our workspace and such. Nam, you are welcome, bud. You are welcome. So happy that you can make it today. Make sure you create your stuff, buddy. Or maybe make sure you upload your stuff to Artsonia. I don't know. What's great about the oil pastels too, and if you can go back over them and add more color to them and draw different lines. Oh, good. Good, bud. You missed half the session. Well, you can always, I'll have it up on Facebook here, Pia, so you can definitely come and look at it. You like the class, Aiden? That's awesome. I'm glad you like the classes. What kind of cakes did you guys make? Or did you, we saw that Jacob made some moldy bread. We had one person that did ketchup, or not ketchup, chocolate, I should say. Ketchup cake. Who ever heard of that? Maybe I need to get some more sleep. I don't know. Issa's going with lemon meringue. Oh, excellent. So if you wanted to do a lemon meringue instead of a double-decker cake right here, you could maybe have your yellow, and then this could all be white. And then you could have little, the frosting be kind of swirly. What about you? I said, what about me? Did you upload something to Artsonia? Did I miss you? Did I miss that? Layla, did you do that? No, that's not Layla. Gene Hart, I am blanking on whose kid you are. Oh, the Beckers are saying vanilla. Oh, excellent. Now that would go with a very nice glass of wine from the Becker Vineyard. That's a beautiful facility. I've been out there a few times. I like that. Nam, excellent. 50 points for you, bud. 50 points. Extra, that's bonus points for you, buddy. Bonus. Starting to come along. Now, I put a little bit of blue on my red there. Gives off the impression of a shadow. I would need to maybe do that also. If you think of the light source, where would the sun or wherever the lights are, it's coming up from up above. So it would be maybe behind it. And if it is behind it, this part of the cake or the plate would be a little bit darker. I'm trying to get stage right, stage left. It's a little bit confusing. So I would maybe add a little bit of a black to it, kind of give it a bit of a shadow, maybe blue. Nathan, how's your brother Nolan doing? Huh? Doing good? You guys behaving yourself? You guys always behave yourself. You guys behaving yourself? You guys always behave yourself, so I would expect that you would. You doing okay, Ed? That was my daughter. Her name's Abby. So there you go. There you have it. Big old piece of cake. I will not be eating it, but don't eat it, Isa. Don't eat the cake. It's not real cake. It's a drawing. Don't eat it. All right. Promise me you won't. Elmer, make sure that she does not. Anyway, so with that, our hour is up. I want to say thanks for joining me today. And again, a cheesecake. I get it. I get it, McCheese. I could maybe next week paint this. I'll show you guys how to, if you did that, if you get to get a chance to download the wedge and then cut it out, put it on a piece of cardboard, whether it's a popcorn box or whatever. You can. It doesn't have to be that same size. You can print it out, and then you can do that yourself. And you can actually, if I'm curious to see how the Elmers and water worked out. So maybe you guys could send me a picture later on. I'm curious as to see how my cousin's artwork did and or it turned out. So anyway, you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday, 1:00. And anchor down, hook 'em horns, and good times. Bye, guys. Have a great one.